All right, everyone, thanks for joining. Today, we're going to dive into something that is, and I mean this, fundamentally changing how we all work here at Automate Corporation. I'm talking about the powerful new enterprise AI system we're building together. Now, this is a huge deal, and I'm here to walk you through how we're going to make sure we keep it secure, right from day one. So, I want you to imagine a new teammate joining our ranks. But this isn't just anyone. This teammate can read every single document Automate Corporation has ever produced in, like, seconds. It can analyze the most complex data without ever getting tired, and it's always on, ready to help any of us do our jobs better. That's what we're building. This isn't just another tool, it's our new digital collaborator. And this digital teammate, well, it has an absolutely incredible set of skills. We're talking about instantly finding that one key piece of data buried in a mountain of documents, drafting a full report while you're off grabbing coffee, or even providing 24/7 support to our customers. This is a real game changer for all of us at Automate Corporation. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? It's a classic for a reason. We have to make absolutely sure this powerful new teammate is always working for the good of the team. And that brings us to a really critical question we have to answer before we go any further. And here it is, the bottom line for this entire project. You just can't protect what you can't see. Simple as that. If we have blind spots into what our AI is doing, what it's being asked, what it's saying back, we are completely flying blind on security. So for us at Automate Corporation, visibility isn't just some buzzword. It is the absolute foundation of a secure AI. So, how do we get that visibility? Well, we're deploying 3 layers of defense that I like to call the 3 guardians of our AI. Our very first guardian is the conversation log. Think of it like a really diligent supervisor, one that's always keeping an eye on the AI's conversations, just to make sure everything is totally above board. The core idea here is actually really simple. We log everything. Every single question an employee asks our AI, and every single answer the AI gives back. This digital paper trail is our first and honestly our most important line of defense against things like data leaks or someone trying to misuse the system. Okay, check this out. This is a perfect example of what this guardian is looking for. Over on the left, you've got a standard, safe request, totally normal business. But on the right, well, that's what we call a prompt injection attack. It's a really clever trick to try and fool our AI into leaking confidential Automate Corporation data, like employee salaries. This is precisely the kind of threat our first guardian is trained to spot. And let me be clear, securing our AI isn't just a job for the tech team. Not at all. It's a true team sport here at Automate Corporation. It's going to require close collaboration between IT, our Security Operations Center, legal, and our governance teams to make sure we get this right and do it ethically from the very beginning. All right, let's move on to our second guardian, the workload monitor. Now, this guardian isn't listening to the content of the conversation, it's watching the clock. It's all about the pace and the sheer volume of requests hitting our AI system. Think of this guardian as our pattern detector. It learns what normal activity looks like for all of our employees. So if one account suddenly starts bombarding the system with thousands of requests per minute, that is a massive flashing red flag that the account has probably been compromised and is being used in an attack. And you can see the difference so clearly right here. A normal user at Automate Corporation might make, a handful of requests a minute? But a compromised account, likely driven by some automated bot, creates this huge, undeniable spike. That surge, that's the alarm bell telling our security team they need to shut something down, and fast. Okay, on to our third and final guardian, the expense report. And this one is all about following the money. Now, I know, it might sound like a job for the finance department, but in the world of AI, cost is also a really powerful security signal we have to watch. And here's the really crucial insight for us. A sudden, unexplained spike in our AI costs is almost never just a budget issue. More often than not, it's the first tangible sign that an account has been compromised or that someone is seriously abusing the system for their own gain. So, AI costs. They typically fall into these 4 buckets. By monitoring each one of these, we can spot anomalies. For instance, if the cost of responses suddenly skyrockets out of nowhere, it could be a sign of data exfiltration, someone trying to use our AI to sneak massive amounts of Automate Corporation data right out of the system. Okay, so we've got our three guardians. One's watching the conversations, one's watching the workload, and one's watching the costs. Now let's put it all together and see how they create a single, unified security model for our powerful new enterprise AI. It's actually a pretty simple but really powerful model. Every AI request at Automate Corporation has to pass through a single central gateway, no exceptions. There, all the key data, the prompts, the rates, the costs, are sent to one central logging system. And from there, our security teams get a crystal clear view with dashboards and instant alerts, letting them monitor everything in real time. So, what's the most important takeaway here? It's that each guardian covers a critical blind spot. If we don't have prompt logs, we will miss data leaks. If we don't have rate monitoring, we will miss attacks. And without watching costs, we can miss major abuse. We absolutely need all three working together for complete protection. Ultimately, as we build and roll out this incredible new teammate, securing it is a shared responsibility for everyone across Automate Corporation. This is not just a task for the security team. By understanding these three guardians, every single one of us can play a role in making sure this amazing technology is used safely, responsibly, and for the good of the whole company.